Wanted to do Tarot Tuesday with me. Come on. Come. No? Come on. One more time. 3, 2, 1, come. All right. No tarot pup for now. The fireplace is too enticing for tarot pup. Oh, well, we tried. Maybe later. Who knows? Oh, I went and did something wrong. Oh, well. Hello, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. It's kind of special. It's the night before Christmas, and I just did a pre-shuffle. I have a few decks here, two oracle and one tarot. I'm a little discombobulated. So in the pre-shuffle, I pulled this card, and this is the Kingfisher, and it says, prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. I love it. Yeah, I guess I can't go back now and fix that. Who knows? Maybe I can. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't even know. Hello, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. If you want a tarot message, stick around. You don't even have to ask in the comments. If the messages that I pull resonate with you, then clearly they're meant for you. If they don't, then clearly they're not meant for you. I'm really glad you're here, and I appreciate it if you like this video. Comment if you want. That's always good. And I did a pre-shuffle, and this card just dropped out. We have the Fool. Perfect. We are in that end of the year season where we're getting ready to start the new year. I know a lot of people are doing that inner work. Hey, Soft Swag. Hey, thanks for being here. Love it. Love your profile. It's so cute. And this is really for those of you who have been doing the work. And what I mean by that is you've been contemplating what this year has been for you, what 2025 has been for you. You're also thinking about what you want to come into your life and what you want to strive for in 2026. So this is showing you that that's the way to do it. It's always nice to have things set up. Jackie, hello. Good to see you. Mercy, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I love it. I love it. And I love the Fool because this is also giving yourself permission to just be you. Why do you do what you do? Often it's because we're trying to please other people, or we're trying to keep up with other people, or we're trying to just, But realistically, this is all about you and you alone. And I don't mean that in a lonely way. I mean it that sometimes you just need to do things because you want to, you need to. You know, at the end of our life, it's just us as we stand in judgment, or reflection is a better word. So sometimes it's okay to be self-full, all right? Not selfish, but self-full. And I really think that the end of a specific calendar year is the perfect time for reflection, but not getting stuck in what went wrong and I could have done better and beating ourselves up. It's more about, okay, that stuff happened. These things happened. I didn't want to happen, but they happened anyways. And how can I release it? How can I release the energy of it enough so I can begin the new year with a fresh perspective? This has been in the Chinese zodiac, that this has been the year of the snake. So this is the year of shedding things. So there might have been some changes in your life, and often changes aren't always comfortable. Maybe they're welcome changes, and yet we don't realize, oh, that was a little more uncomfortable than I thought. And we can take it almost literally, like a snake sheds its skin. I'm sure it's not very comfortable. You know, sometimes it looks awful for quite a while before all of it's shed, right? So we can take that symbolically to say, That's our opportunity to just look back on this past year, all the bumps and bruises and scars and the things that happened that happened. We can't do anything about them now. But are we going back and releasing the energy of it, disassociating from it, saying, okay, I'll take the lessons from it and it's time to leave that in the past? Or are we going back, holding on to it with resentment? Now, that really affects us physically as much as it does emotionally when we hold resentment for things, especially things we can't control. And I know what I'm talking about in my own personal life. I'm not perfect by any means, and nor do I want to be. That's too much pressure. But it's always that opportunity to reflect on things. And I love that this fool comes up to remind us of that. So we're going to pop that back into the deck. I showed you the feather card for that popped up, and we will have more. I'm going to pull from the Oracle as well, because Oracle is fun, right? Oh, especially when it comes flying out of your hand. So this first one that comes up, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. We have whale communication. And this, obviously, it's water energy. Water is the sign of emotion. So when we communicate, it's always good to communicate from a higher place. Communicate with respect for who you're communicating to, but also how you're communicating for yourself. You want to keep your own self-integrity. You don't want to compromise. And sometimes that means not placating someone because you're trying to keep the peace at your own detriment, okay? Because you're going to feel that. And I'm sure you might have some instances in the past where you've done that, and you're kind of kicking yourself like, oh, why did I back down? Or why did I do that? Like, it really doesn't help you when you do something in the moment to just try and keep the peace when it is affecting your own peace. And I know many instances in my own life where I did that, and I do reflect back, and I'm like, oh, why did I? It's still, it still kind of bothers me. And let's be real, sometimes stuff will. So when you do reflect back and stuff still pisses you off, and you're like, I'm trying to do better. They tell us, let it go. In the moment, just think about it. And it's like, yeah, I wish that didn't happen. I wished I did better, but it is what it is. Take a deep breath and just let it go for now. Even if it does come up later, you have that opportunity again to address it, to look at it and go, yeah, I wished I did better, or I wished that didn't happen, but it did. And I'm just releasing it once more. And I think every time it bounces back to us, that's where we are chunking away at it. So each time we're revisiting it, it's less, even a teeny bit less. And when it's less, we can handle it a little more. It becomes smaller and smaller until eventually it's not taking over our emotional and mental bandwidth, right? That's the ultimate thing, for sure. Communication, definitely something we aren't always good at. And I know I'm not. Sometimes it'll be out of my mouth before I even had a chance to kind of filter it in my head. And it's like, oh, now I got to deal with all the repercussions. And, the good thing is we're all human. We all go through different things. So as I mentioned, this is like a pick a card message. So I invite you now, if you want a card, put in the comments 1, 2, or 3, and we'll go from there. And the cool thing is if you do end up watching this as a replay, you can still play along. and I'll still pull the cards. So unfortunately, Tarot Pup decided the fireplace is a lot more cozy than here in front of the camera. So you want to come and pull some cards? You want to come here? Pull some cards for the people? I'm sure they want to see you. I don't know if you've seen him without his cast on. And he's walking a little bit more on it, not a lot. He's still used to just lifting it up and trucking along super fast, but he's doing much, much better. And I appreciate all of your thoughts. Hey, how are you? What are we doing? We're pulling cards. So if you want a message, put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. It's like pick a card. Thank you. Yeah, see, actually a lot better for sure. Come here. You're going to come? Come say hi. Come say hi. Don't wag your tail and stare at me. Come on. People want to see you. Come on. Come here. I don't have TREATSs. So I should have planned that, shouldn't I? All right. I see you in the comments. So we have a 1, we have a 2, and we have a 3. 3 is my birthday. I'll go with that. Nice. 3 is my absolute favorite number. I love the number 3 when it's just 3 or when it's 33 or 333. I do love it. So there you go. So I'm glad that you did that. And I don't even have to highlight names today because we're just going to go for it. And here's the thing. If you do resonate with a message and it wasn't the number you picked, it's the beauty of tarot is it still means it's a message for you. All right. Oh, Francis, hi. Good to see you. Oh, and Purvy's here too, jumping in. I love it. Nice to see you. Yes. Well, you're just in time. We're pulling cards. We're doing pick a card. So pick a card 1, 2, or 3. Put that in the comments. And you might be like, well, why would I need to put it in the comments? Well, you're kind of putting it out there that's the message you really need to hear the most. Okay. Even if something else resonates with you, right? Aw. Well, thank you for sharing your gift of being here live and commenting. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate everyone who watches this replay. I appreciate those of you who are here with the live stream. It's always nice to not have to talk to yourself, right? Okay. 2 for you. All right. Sounds good. All right. Now, if people pop in and you see them comment and maybe ask what's going on, can you reply to them and let them know? Pull 1, choose 1, 2, or 3 for me. Before I get started, I'm going to wet my whistle, as my father would say. That's working. All right. If you're wondering what that, I put a little lid on it, and I also have a lemon floating in it because I like the flavor of it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome. You've got the assignment. Excellent. Will do. Woo woo. All right. And I thought I would get a teeny little dressed up. So I'm wearing these little earrings. Yeah, it has the Deathly Hallows on it. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and my bestie had these custom made for me. I don't wear them very often because they're quite long, and I don't know. I don't really do it. I'm wearing some jewelry. Now, the thing is, when I do put jewelry on, I'm very intentional with it. I hold on to it, especially when it's crystals, and I put the best intention into it and what I want from it, for calmness. Howlite is really great for calmness. Smoky quartz is really great for clearing any energy and for kind of protecting you. And carnelian, one of my favorites, is really to kind of help ground and center me. Great for the sacral chakra as well. And of course, my favorite is Larimar. And I love this stone. It just reminds me of beautiful Caribbean seas. And yeah, I love it. Yeah. So let's see. So 3 for you. Okay, Brandy, good to see you. Hello, Sarasam. Good to see you. Choose 1, 2, or 3 for your tarot message today. And I'm going to jump in now. You're probably like, get on with it. Okay, I'll get on with it. So if you chose number 1, this message is for you. I'm pulling a tarot card and 2 oracle cards. Okay, so here we go. So Purvi chooses 2. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think so too. I also clear them when I take them off. I know, and for some of you who wear jewelry all the time, like, wedding rings or things that you just don't take off, you can still clear them. And I'm really a fan of your fingers are an extension of your heart, right? Like our heart. And when you hold on to them, it's kind of like when you're holding on to any mala beads or rosary beads, and you hold on to each bead. You don't have to do that but you can hold on to the whole thing and just thank it for the energy and clearing the energy for another day, or something like do whatever feels right. It's not which words you use. It's in your heart and your intention. All right. Yes, you can. Just choose 1, 2, or 3. That's the message you're going to receive as we go forward here. So let us choose number 1. Number 1 gets 2 cards. And they're 2 major arcana cards. So when major arcana cards come up, to me, it's about something to really pay attention to. Okay. And as I'm reading this, I don't know how many of you chose 1. Clearly, it's going to be a message that's for the collective who chose 1. So you need to understand what this means for you. Now, by all means, you could put a question in the chat and I'll see if I can get to it to get a little more clarity on it. Okay. So we have Judgment and the Sun. And there's something special about these 2 being together. Like, if you know what the traditional Rider-Waite looks like, the Judgment is where all the people are stepping out of their coffin and their hands are raised to the heavens, and there's a guardian angel or an archangel that's leading them upwards. And I love it because then we have the Sun that's just reminding you that when you do release the things that are holding you back, that are keeping you in the darkness, you will find out what your light is if you don't know what it is already. And together, to me, this is like, be gentle with the Judgment, especially if it's to yourself. Be gentle. Love yourself through the process. Go back to your child self. Even if it's closing your eyes and calling back that energy of who you were as a child and how you just wished that you would be understood and heard and loved for who you are. No reprimanding, no correcting. You can give that as a gift to yourself by going back and speaking to your child self and how you would want to be spoken to. Because in the traditional Rider-Waite, the Sun card is a child riding on the back of a horse, happy, accepting themselves for who they are. And it's interesting because in both of them, in the traditional Rider-Waite, they don't have clothes on. So it's being totally who you were born as and totally vulnerable and not caring, because you're willing to get rid of those preconceived things that were put upon you. I'm not saying run around streaking. I'm not saying that. Please do not do that. But I am saying that be gentle with yourself. Now, hey, this might come around as it's not even self-judgment. Maybe there's judgment out there that we judge other people, and we all do it. We all do it. Even dogs do it. And they bark at some dogs and growl and don't at others. That's judgment. Love yourself through it anyways. Maybe stop and take a pause and be like, I wonder why this is making me feel this way. Notice I didn't say why they are making me feel this way. Nobody can make us feel anything. We choose to react or respond in those ways. All right. I have some oracle cards too, but I see some stuff in the chat here I want to just check out. I wear a bracelet that says grace, as for grace of God. Oh, that's beautiful. And grace for yourself. You're picking 3. Awesome. One of my favorite numbers. Is Joe good to stay in my life? That's a yes or a no question. It's not always easy to answer that with a tarot. So we can reframe that. Do what? What? Sleep, maybe, Rip Van Winkle. Maybe sleep. I don't know. Depends. Be more clear. All right. Oracle cards for those who chose number 1. First, we have a divine feather message. Okay, that's way too many, but I'll get these 2 are facing up. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. So this first one is the Oriole. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Yeah, and when you release the judgment, because that's past stuff, we can't move forward when we're stuck, worried about the past or judging the past, right? When you do that, you have that sunshine leading you forward, leading you on the path that you need. And here's the other side of it. And then you also got the Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. There's a lot of stuff that's talking about success. And here he is here. Very cute. Yeah. Let's see. Soft swag. I saw 111. Oh, I love that. And that's why I picked 1. I've been getting those 2 cards in my readings, but I hadn't been able to put it into a message yet. Thank you for helping me understand them. Oh, I love it. Yeah. There's always a reason, right? And the thing is, we can always find something good and positive, and yet we can always find something the opposite of that. And that's how we learn and grow. That's how we treat ourselves with respect, for sure. So I'm going to pop those back in the deck, and we have the Animal Kin Oracle. I'm all about the animals today. There's been a lot of bird activity. Even here, we still have hummingbirds that live here year round. I'm in southern British Columbia, and we still have hummingbirds. And I've been seeing them every day as I look out the window, and it's just so beautiful, so beautiful. Kimberly, hello. Good to see you. If you want, I'm choosing 1, 2, or 3. I'm just finishing up 1, so pick a card. It's actually a group of cards. Pick a pile. So here we go. This is for those of you who chose 1. Wow, this came up yesterday with my little girl group. Beetle, purity. This is really what I pick up from this is sometimes people judge and don't understand. And, you know, we're figuring out judgment as well. The same with insects. People see them and they're either like, oh, cool, or they're like, squish it. And this is just be who you're meant to be. If you are still and silent enough, you can notice the beauty and be curious. You know, like there's iridescent wings. And if there isn't, usually when they open their wings to fly, you say, oh, look at that bright color. I never would have noticed that. This to me feels like it's being pure to yourself. And again, that judgment card. right? You can clear your own energy by clearing the judgments you have toward yourself, towards situations, towards others. We can't change other people. We can't even change situations that have happened. The past is gone. Thank God. Or maybe we miss the past, and that's a judgment too. It's like, because nothing is going to be the same. My best part of my life I lived is in the past. That's a judgment. We can only live for now. We can definitely have beautiful memories, but don't let that be your life now, because you still have the capacity to enjoy life now, even if it is through, through those memories. But yeah, there we have it. Let's see. Oh, you're choosing 3. Awesome. Yeah, I think so too. I am under no obligation to make sense to you. Yeah, I love that. And even if we don't say it out loud, we can totally say it in our head to people. Like, we can't control what other people think. Oh, it's from Alice in Wonderland. I love it. It is. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing it. And it's so true. Like, I think past me, younger me, definitely was fearful of other people's judgment. And if I could go back in time, I know I would do things differently. I would be a little bolder, because I wouldn't be so worried about what other people think, because people are going to laugh or stare or cry or point no matter what. You can never do anything so perfectly that every person is going to be pleased by what you do, say, or have. It's just that simple. And then it's what you choose to focus on. I mean, it can irk you. I know I have things that have irked me, and they've taken up space in my head rent-free for far too freaking long. But it is what it is. Love the stars. Merry Christmas, beautiful spiritual sister and family. Hello, Andrea. Thank you so much for being here. We are moving on to card number 2 out of 2 and 3. So if you still want to play along, choose 2 or 3. Just pop it in the comments. I'm just going to clear these cards. Have a drink of water. All right. We are moving on to those of you who chose number 2. And I can't remember. People did choose 2, right? Who chose 2? Francis chose 2. Anyone else? Jackie chose 2. Okay. If a person wants to please everyone, they will end up pleasing no one, especially themselves. Boom, mic drop that. Absolutely. Yes, you too? Okay, good. All right. Here we go. If you chose pile number 2, card number 2, here we go. Oh, right now on my screen, there's 11 people watching and 1 person hearted it. So 11-1. I love 1-1-1. I love it. How come only 1 person hearted this? Come on, you guys. Don't you like what I'm doing? Please press the heart button or the thumbs up button. I think you have to exit out of the chat to do it, from what someone had told me before. I can't remember who. It might have been Jackie. I can't remember. All right, here we go. If you chose pile number 2, I'm going to pull 2 cards for you too, just because pile 1 set precedence. So we have the wheel, also known as the Wheel of Fortune. And because you chose card number 2, there is something in that as well. Just like people who chose card number 1 was mostly focused on self. Card 2 is focused on balance, but it might also be focused on, you have some more thoughts about people in your life, whether they're in your life or you want them in your life. And to me, this Wheel of Fortune is just saying that there is balance in things, and you can't be so focused on the other side of things without losing balance in the present moment. And I'm going to pull one more to go with that. There's the hearts. Thank you. Oh, thank you. And for subscribing too. I appreciate it. Thank you. Interesting. The other card is the Five of Pentacles. And in the traditional Rider-Waite, this one shows up with the two people. One has a crutch and the other their heads are down, and it's stormy and windy, and there's a church window, or we assume it's a church that has glowing five pentacles or discs. And it really just shows like you're out in the cold. With this one, it feels like you've gone inward so much that you can't see the help that's trying to show up for you. Now, I say you, but if we relate it to this Wheel of Fortune, to me, it's reminding you that if you're so focused on what you lack and what you wished you had, but you don't, so you're just on the outside looking in, that is going to be your experience. You have to be willing to risk feeling good to get through the discomfort of feeling off, of being rejected. And I think we all fear being rejected. Some of us so much that we don't even do anything about it because the fear of being rejected is just too much. So we miss out. And then what we've really done is we've rejected ourselves from even having that experience, or giving the other person, if it involves someone else, giving the other person the opportunity to even realize that someone was interested, or someone wanted to help them, or whatever the situation is. So yeah, I feel like that is a very important message. And in that fear of rejection, if you can overcome being so concerned about what their response is and put your energy more into why you're doing the thing to ask or to do in the first place, put your energy into that, not wasting it on the what ifs, and if this happens then that'll happen, and if that doesn't happen then this is wrong. And we get so in our heads, we've wasted so much energy there that we haven't given ourselves that opportunity to just let the universe provide the experience after we actually do the thing. We got to do the thing first. Soft swag. Whenever I see this card, I think of stained glass. It's really risky to make due to how easily it can break, but it's a work of art that brings personality, something new to the original glass. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that perspective. And they were willing to risk doing it. And we don't know how many times, how many failures happen before that beautiful piece, right? And realistically, that's the thing. We think, especially seeing on social media, we see the polished product, or, even the person being realistic. We don't see the behind the scenes of how many times it took them to do that, or things that failed, or things that made them feel like, I don't know if I can do this. Like me, I don't know how many years ago now, like 8 years ago, was petrified to be in front of the camera. Just to do a video, never mind doing a live stream where people see you, even if you deleted it, they saw you, like, oh my God. Where now I actually prefer to do live because I'm too lazy to have to edit. And as an introvert, and yes, I am an introvert, I just know how to manage my energy, sometimes disappear for a while under a rock in order to be present and out here where I am. But everything takes risk. And if we only see people for their polishedness, we're not actually seeing them for their whole self. So I think everybody goes through this. Some people choose to share it in a way that teaches and shows them that they're human. Other people choose to hide it. And maybe it's because they don't need other people to know that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to hide it, but then there's other people who do hide it and be secretive about that part of themselves. And I don't know. I think we're all intuitive that I think we would know that there was some falsities there if someone is just too pleasant all the time, or too this or to that. And I don't know where I'm going with that, so I'm just going to drop it. Soft sung, also soft swag. I would say soft sung song. It also reminds me to ask for help, since normally you need other people when making glass pieces. Oh, there you go. You know your glass. Good job. All right. So for pile number 2, we're going to pull your feathered message now. Thank you. Same to you. Woo! And you get 2 as well. I wasn't even planning it. So the first one is white turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. That's powerful. And it's interesting because this 5 of Pentacles, okay, we see this as very emotional just by the image. And yet Pentacles is the element of earth. It's about the things we bring into fruition. It can be about money. It can be about our material. It doesn't even need to be about money. It can be the things we manifest physically in our world. So if we are in a state of feeling sorry for ourselves, or so focused on ourselves like she is here in the picture, and not seeing the key that's opening the big wooden door, then we're not really fully present in the physical world. So how do we expect to affect the physical world if we're so into our own energy? So I love that for that white turkey. Never seen a white turkey before, but just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And then we have big fluffy feather. This is an ostrich, and it says, the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and the truth you feel in your heart. I'm going to say it again. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. And I really feel that goes along with this 5 of Pentacles. And it's saying, take that risk. She's got fuzzy dice around her neck. It's hard to see because of the fuzzy image. Doesn't seem to like tarot cards. And it really is speaking about sometimes you got to gamble. And the thing is, if we deny ourselves that risk and that gamble, we're also denying the pleasure of it working out. Oh my God. Can you imagine it actually work out? We're so focused on, oh no, what if something goes wrong? What if I lose it all? Oh no. And I'm not talking about gambling here. Use your sense kind of thing, whatever that is for our local lottery. Know your limits, stay within it. I'm not talking about gambling money. I'm talking about gambling and risking doing something because you have fear that it's not going to work out. So flip that fear around and turn it into excitement. What if? What if it works out? What if it works out even better than I can possibly imagine? What if? I love it. Now I'm all excited. Introverts unite. Yes, absolutely. I think we're one of the most, I feel we're the most dynamic, intellectual people out there because we got a lot going on. I mean, not just in our head, but in our heart as well. I'm a little biased. Okay. I only know myself and other introverts. Yes, I'm glad it resonates. Good. Resonation is fantastic for the nation. All right. Now we're going to pull the, what's this one called? Animal Kin Oracle. This is for card number 2. For those of you who chose pile number 2. Oh, and a raven just flew over top. I get so distracted by the birds around here. It's great. Okay. Ooh, we have octopus. Another ocean one. The first one for card 1 was the whale, and now we get the octopus, intelligence. What I like about the octopus is it looks like it's got substance, and the next thing you know, it slides under this tiny little thing, and you're like, how did it do that? Because it doesn't have bones. So it has structure, but it can change its structure to suit its environment. And I really think that this is important for you, for who chose card number 2, because it's trusting your own inner intelligence. And realistically, that's our intuition, intelligence, intuition, intention. It's all an inside job. It's not external from anything. It's inside of us. And when you give yourself a little bit of credit for what you've created in your life, that's going to help you trust yourself even more. All right. Clearing the cards now. We're going to move on to pile number 3. Who's my 3s? Show me your 3s. I love shuffling. It's just so therapeutic. I get to sit and shuffle. And that's how I learned how jumpers would happen for me, because one day I just picked up the cards. I didn't have anything to ask. I just wanted to shuffle. It just felt good to me. And then one would fly out, and then I would just read it, and I'd be like, man, that kind of had something to do with what I was thinking about. It's kind of funny. Me, yay, that's us. Dun, dun, dun. 3. Here we go. If you chose pile number 3, here we go. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Francis. Thanks for being here. Okay, I chose 1. Oh, no, 2 came. I only felt 1. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I always say 3 is the number of spirit. And in here, we have 3 things going on. We have the hands that are supporting and doing the work. We have the pentacle, which is the seed that we're planting. And we have the roots that are growing, that feel confident enough in the support they're receiving and in the intellect of knowing what's needed, that divine architecture. Every cell is predisposed to knowing what it's supposed to do when it comes to fruition. And then the tendrils of roots that are searching for where it needs to go next, for its nourishment, for its, oh, let's find this solid thing. And yes, I'm in soil. I can grow from here. I can continue to get nourishment from this place I've chosen to grow from. And it's going to make me strong and sturdy, and things grow from there and bloom. And who knows what goodness can come from that. Wow, I love that. So Ace of Pentacles. So if you're wanting to start something new, or you have been starting something, you have ideas, the Pentacles is about bringing it to earth, bringing it to fruition. And it's through you that can happen. You are like the plant's energy, where you have to be willing to be out in the light. You've got to be willing to be in the darkness to recover and rest. And you've got to be open to receive whatever emotions that come through, that's water energy, right? Whatever you need to nourish yourself. And I love the next card that you got. It's the Chariot. This is that willingness to move. This is your willingness to, like, okay, it's time to jump in the vehicle and go. Maybe you're going on a trip. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you need to get out of your comfort zone because everyone's telling you to. Well, as an introvert and as an introvert mentor, I say you don't need to get out of your comfort zone. Take it with you. See, he's got his caravan, his chariot. He's taking his comfort zone with him. And you don't need to be so controlling. Notice he doesn't even have reins. He's willing to balance himself and go with wherever the steeds are leading him. And I love this because we're going to be getting into the year of the horse, the year of the fire horse, as far as the Chinese astrology is concerned. And I love it. I mentioned the year of the snake that we're finishing this 2025 with, and that's releasing things that no longer serve us and the discomfort and shedding the skin so we can lead into being more more aerodynamic because we don't have that loose skin flapping around. We've released the past. We've released things so we can go and move forward. And it's the element of fire as well, for the year of the fire horse. So there's going to be a lot of action. And I also want to mention that is really great, but we also have to be aware of when you have intention and direction, that's going to make it a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not structured, but more viable. Because if we're like, yeah, I'm going to take action, boom, and go, it's just going to be like a firework where it's just going to go everywhere. It's not going to have a specific direction. So to me, this chariot is saying, have a loose plan. Maybe have a map that not every street or stop is written out. Mojo has a lot to say. It's a bit muffled because he's doing it inside his dish. He's going chirp, chirp. That. I guess he agrees wholeheartedly that have a loose plan, have an idea of which direction you're heading, but don't have the itinerary too structured that you don't leave way for serendipity to happen. All right. I love that. So let's pull a feathered messenger and see what we have. How are these resonating with everybody, by the way? Let me know in the chat. I'm wondering, is that red-tailed hawk? No, I'm wrong. Oh, you love that. Good. I was on my sermon. I'm stepping down from my soapbox. So this is the cardinal. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. Now, if that scares some of you, leadership, it's not always about leading other people. It's about leading our lives, leading ourselves forward, leading the horse to the water, or however you want to word that. Let's see. Totally resonates with me. Good. I always love that. And yeah, so this is really, it's when I see stand tall and proud, well, I'm 5'2" so I'm not super tall, but I can stand as tall as I can, however I was created. And to me, standing tall just means be seen. It's okay to be seen. That can be uncomfortable. But what do you choose to focus on? You're not being seen because, hey, I'm here, look at me. You're being seen for who you are. And you don't know the other people who are watching, like young ones, children, your children, other people's children who are seeing you as an example. So do you choose to be a good example or a bad example? There you have it. That's the message. And let's pull an animal kin oracle card for you as well. Well, let's see, soft swag. Some of this is resonating, especially shedding and having a general plan. Learning to not have control has been something I've struggled with, but I'm trying to work on it for sure. Good for you. We all have. And hey, there's control in trying to work on things too. Just saying. I mean, just having an awareness. Oh, I'm kind of trying to control that, and just step back, but keep heart centered and be like, it's okay. I mean, of course we want to try and control as much as we can, because that keeps us safe. When the more we know, the more we grow. But sometimes we can't know with our head. We've got to know with our heart and know with our intuition that even though something might be uncomfortable and we would never have chosen it if we had a choice, we can look back and think, you know, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am now, or I wouldn't have met that person, or I wouldn't have gotten that lesson or that opportunity. And we can always turn things to a negative, but we can also always turn things to a positive. It's our choice. All right. I'm glad you think so. I'm so glad you were here. So let's see what the animal kin oracle has to say. Do you think it's going to be another water creature? What do you think it's going to be? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to have another drink of water. I'm talking so much. I need to keep hydrated. All right. What are we going to have? Nothing's coming. I might have to pull it. Might have to choose. What do we need for our number 3s? Okay, we've got 2 here. Let's see. Like in reading 1, when you said to talk to our inner child, the true self. Yes. Yes, I love that. I have a Pisces rising. It would be nice if it was a sea creature. I'm Scorpio, so definitely water signs. No, it's not. But sometimes we're watery enough. You know what I mean? So there's 2, and they're both wildcats, which is interesting. So we have the white tiger, and it's vision. So what I'm picking up from this is sometimes what you want doesn't show up the same as other people want it. And I don't know what I mean by that. Let me think. Sometimes our vision is different than what other people want for us. It makes us stand out, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable, because I'm seeing the white tiger. White tigers aren't very common, so they stand out from others, and they want to be dissected more. And it's like, you know, why are you so different? Or why? They're revered or they're feared. So it's kind of like our own energy that way. Maybe we're afraid to be seen as different. And you also got the jaguar. One of my favorite animals growing up. Black jaguar was definitely one of my favorites. I would pretend I was one. My friend and I, back in, I don't know, in grade school, grade 2 or 3, we would pretend we were animals all the time. I got teased by my brother and sister about it, so I kind of went stealth with it, but I love doing that. Having a little tail stuck, you know, behind your pants. And anyways, I don't even know why I'm bringing that up now. That was many, many, many moons ago. So we have tiger, intention, not tiger, jaguar, intention. So with both of these, you have vision with intention. That's pretty freaking powerful, because you can have one without the other. You can have a vision, but you're not really intending for it to come to fruition. You can have an intention, but not really have a plan or a vision around it. So when the two of these are together, that's a powerful combination. I was going to say conversation, but maybe I meant to say conversation because it feels like this needs to be within you. You need to have a heart to heart with yourself. What do you really want? Like, we're almost at the end of the year. Next week, the end of 2025 will be here. What do you envision for yourself? And I invite you to do one of two things. If you're someone who doesn't really dream big, try dreaming big. If you're someone who dreams big and nothing ever works out because you feel like your dreams are too out there, dream a little smaller and more realistic. Do something a little bit different than you normally do. That to me is that white tiger energy. And your intention is, I think jaguars, to me, like, they're more nocturnal. So when it's quiet and when it's dark, or when just before you're ready for bed, or you're laying in bed, think about your intentions that you've had throughout the day. And then think about the intentions you have for the next day. Take it one step at a time. Maybe it's what you have for next week. Because I know sometimes if it's too big, like, oh my God, I got to figure out what I want for a whole year for 2026. Take it down in little bits. One step at a time. That's my suggestion. Let's see. I used to want a little tail when I was younger. Yeah. The idea of being a social creature made me feel good about myself when I wasn't confident in all as a kid. Yeah. Yeah. And pretending is such a great way for us to kind of understand where it might feel uncomfortable and awkward, as well as what would make me feel good. Right. That was amazing. Thank you very, very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Special creature. Okay. Being a special creature. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. You're welcome. I'm so glad. Thank you, Mercy, for being here. Thanks, Kimberly. Happy holidays to you, too. My best friend and I actually have tails now. She has a black one, and I have a white one. We think of ourselves as yin and yang sometimes. I love that. Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about opposites, is we think we're always trying to be like everyone else, when opposites attract, magnets. Opposites attract, yin and yang, light and dark, masculine, feminine. And the beautiful thing is we can be both. We can switch. We've got to give ourselves grace and opportunity. And that was your message for today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, from Elliot the Tarot Pup. I'm Lorraine Ellen Scott, and I so appreciate you being here watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're not on YouTube, but you're on Facebook, please come to my YouTube channel. That's mostly where I'll be, because these live streams will stay forever. Facebook is deleting everything after 30 days. So I'm mostly focused on YouTube now, creating a beautiful community of wonderful people who keep showing up and keep showing me that maybe what I share is kind of good. And I love the opportunity to continue sharing with each of you. I hope you have a wonderful, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. I celebrate Christmas, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas. And I'll see you next week before the new year. I won't be having Tarot After Dark this Thursday because it'll be Christmas Day night and I'll be celebrating with my family. So we will see you next week for Tarot Tuesday, and have a wonderful, 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 wonderful time. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you sharing who you are and helping us on our way through the journey of life. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful to get to know you. Thank you. Same to you. Have a wonderful day and enjoy life. Enjoy yourselves. And we'll see you in another video or a live stream.